Welcome Libra to your August 2016 general reading. I'll be doing a general reading, but I'll also be incorporating some love messages for those of you who are interested. I'll also be posting the mid-month love readings for each of the signs in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that also. Let's see what the messages are for Libra for the month of August. And what advice they're giving you for the month of August for your highest good and for the highest good of all. I don't think you can see these cards. Maybe you don't want to see this first card, but I'll move it across anyway. Alright. Okay, first impressions. There may have been some stress in the past. Coming out with some stress, possibly some mental confusion. No, not mental confusion. No, that's not what it feels like. Mental strain. Mentally can't wrap your head around something, or just looking at things from a very negative perspective. That's what I feel more so here. There might have been some heartache, but I don't feel that that's translating into the future. I think that that's how you're coming in, but it's really the past and you have to let it go. Maybe you've actually walked away from something, whether it's a relationship or a situation financially, a job, a stressful situation with somebody. What I find really interesting is one of the other signs I did a reading for had these two cards exactly in the same position. And I have shuffled extensively and I've done at least 4 other readings since then. So that is really strange. But I know there's no coincidence. So there is something going on with earth energies at the moment and stability, people looking for stability, assurity, insurance for some. And it's interesting, I said insurance, and I do feel like there's some sort of legal issue around for some of you for the month of August. Legal issues to do with finances, maybe a settlement, a divorce settlement, or something to do with business, either setting up a business or dissolving a partnership. But I don't feel like there's dissolution in the future. I feel like there's a merging. And even though there might have been some stress in the past, moving forward, it feels like there's more solid ground, that things are starting to solidify. So the Three of Swords here, even though it's not a desirable card, it really doesn't have much energy or impetus for the future. It's more of it feels like it's just the past. And you might have some remnants of it still. Let me just check how strong the energy is. It's it's like you are still bringing that energy in, but I feel like you just need to let it go. Or there might be something early in August that brings up a bit of stress for you, but it will be short-lived, because after that there's more stability and stronger foundations, and actually growth and happiness as well. I see moving away from stress. What you're in the dark about Okay, so Libra, maybe you're in the dark about creating more security in your life financially, being more receptive to just being more receptive. I was trying to think of another way to put it, but maybe you've been in the dark about being more receptive, accepting more, receiving, and from that creating what you need for yourself. Maybe you haven't focused on yourself. Maybe, the Queen energy is a yin energy, and it is receptive, but it's also very giving emotionally and nurturing. It nurtures others, but a lot of the time in this position I feel like there's a lack of nurturing for the self, and maybe that's something that you need to cultivate. But it also has, with the earth energy here, it has a sense of, responsibility and maybe financial growth and prosperity and abundance. So maybe that's been lacking as well. Not feeling quite stable financially, or feeling comfortable and secure, or feeling like you've been taken care of in some ways. The reason why you haven't felt that way, this is the Six of Swords in this position, is meant to answer that question. Maybe there's been some stress. Well, obviously there has been. There has been some stress in the previous months. And I think you feel like you want to move away from that, but why haven't you felt grounded or secure? Maybe you walked away from a situation looking for more relief, probably leaving something behind. And that's kind of destabilized you and made you feel a bit stressed and worried and insecure. A lot of mental angst. These two again are past. Actually, these three are in the past. And so I feel like now you're emerging into something new. Well, I don't even feel like it's something new. I just feel like there's more stability. At the base of your reading, you have the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is having an advantage, but you still have you have challenges to meet. And there's a lot of energy. You're expending a lot of energy in order to maintain the upper hand. So maybe there's been a lot of things that have been thrown at you in the past, and you've had to deal with opposing or conflicting obligations and responsibilities that have put you in this sense of competition or stress in some way. That's obviously led to some sort of stress, possibly even illness. You might have felt that was just all too much, and you needed a break, and you might have had some physical concerns as a result of these obligations. But this definitely is a card of having the upper hand. So things are okay. You just have a lot to deal with. You've got a lot on your plate at the moment, or had a lot on your plate. Your advice for the month of August is the Justice card. So Justice in this position, interesting. Weighing things up, legal issues, maybe taking legal advice, dealing with things in the right way, being very clear and it's interesting, Justice and Libra with the scales, it's right there, weighing things up to come to a more balanced conclusion. And fairness, I do feel fairness is something to consider, a fair and just outcome. So you need to be a part of whatever that is. You need to be at the forefront of and be involved in creating fairness and balance and justice, not just for yourself, but for all those concerned. There is another energy here, whether you are a female or a male. There is both a yin and a yang energy in your reading, so it may well be a partnership. It could be a relationship. It could be a business partnership where one person is more dominant than the other, and there needs to be a give and take. The yin and the yang again. Maybe one person was the giver and the other one was receiving, and there needs to be more of a balance. I'm just trying to think what else, what other messages I'm getting for justice. It's an important card being in the advice position, so I want to make sure that I'm covering all angles here. You might well be in a position to divvy up justice or give justice to somebody else. You might be in that position where you are determining the fairness and the rightness of a situation. And I think that you will do the right thing, because ultimately what happens is there will be the balance, the yin and the yang. And there's also happiness coming as well. So you will do the right thing, and it's saying for you to do the right thing. I'm also getting the feeling of clear-headedness, making a decision rationally, with a clear mind, clarity. There isn't a lot of emotion with this Justice card at all. There's a lot of strength and authority and intellect, and whatever this situation pertains to, these are the qualities that you will employ, or you should employ, in order to deal with the situation that this relates to. This is the card of Libra. So ultimately, just be yourselves. It's a great way of saying it. And it's an 11 as well. So think about what you want to achieve very clearly before you take action, before you start giving out justice or meting out justice for others. Numerologically, this reading is a 6. So it's creating harmony and balance again. The Justice card is about balance. It's creating balance and harmony. You need to look at creating balance and harmony, and it says that with the numerology as well. Creating balance and harmony in relationships, creating balance and harmony in business partnerships, creating balance and harmony in family situations. Whatever this pertains to, you need to look at creating balance and harmony, and do it logically, impassionately, without the emotional interference. Ultimately, what you're creating then is a really good foundation, a good foundation of cooperation, of partnership, of growth, of reaping rewards, and then celebrating the partnership with someone, celebrating with others. This is definitely to do with partnerships, business or otherwise, or to do with two elements, blending of two elements together, because we have a number of people here. Even the Three of Swords indicates more than two elements being joined together and previously were in disharmony. Now you need to create the balance and harmony, and you will do that. There is that potential here, and it's quite strong. Even if this was in the reverse, it would still be harmonious, but probably needing more work. But I don't feel the need to check whether that's on the flip side or not. So you're going to do the right thing, and when you do, you'll create. I like the yellow, because the yellow in these cards is a really good sign. It's a great symbol. It's a symbol of joy and happiness, that everything's okay. And look at the bounty and the fruits. They're above you, they're around you, there's people celebrating with you. So it's joining two or more elements together, and it's going to be harmonious. And the foundation is very strong. 4 is about foundation. So you are creating a really strong foundation that is not only passionate but motivating and inspiring for others as well. So keep that in mind. With all this energy that you've been expending, and it's not going to go to waste. Whatever the situation was, it's not going to waste at all. The King of Pentacles in this position, in where you are headed, I don't like to look at it as an outcome card, because I don't feel like there is any outcome, because as we're doing these readings each month, there's always new dilemmas, there's always new elements and new situations that come about. So it's just kind of like where the energy is directing you. And it's directing you to a King of Pentacles. So if you are a female, or if you are a more yin energy, there will be a yang or a male coming in. That is either, it could be an earth energy, someone who is very earthy, or someone who's very grounded. It could be Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Either way, there's a balance, because we have these two cards. Whoops. We have these two cards here in this reading, and it's a sign of balance and harmony. And there's going to be that. You are on the right track to creating balance and harmony with yourself and with someone else, or with a situation that is bringing together two elements together. And they've both got a purpose. They both have the Pentacles, so they're both strong energies. But they have very different purposes, but the two purposes blend together in a harmonious way. So you may very well find that you find a sense of balance, harmony, and growth and abundance in a relationship with someone which you previously might have had struggles with, or you will blend the duality of a situation. You will blend two sides together that formerly didn't feel balanced and harmonious. You will blend them together to create more harmony and balance. And if we're looking at it away from relationships, this is about bounty. It's about owning your kingdom, being in control, leadership qualities, earthiness, accumulation. And it could well be a father figure. And when I see these two elements together, it might also be a pregnancy. It might be, the mother and the father coming together and being on the same page with a situation. Either way, it's balanced. There is a lot of balance. There's a lot of harmony that is coming through this reading. Just want to check what my Midnight Sun Tarot wants to add to this combination of energies here, which are quite nice actually. And I've had some really nice readings this month. I'm quite happy with them, and I'm quite happy for you all. Let's see what other messages there are from the Midnight Sun Tarot. Oops, 2 cards popped out. Three of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. That's interesting. The Hanged Man generally is gaining a new perspective. So maybe you are coming out of this stress and gaining a new perspective, moving into calmer waters, looking at things dispassionately to gain a new perspective, a new point of view maybe. Maybe you really do need to cultivate a new point of view in order to reach this 4 of Rods or 4 of Wands energy. 3 of Pentacles always for me is about cooperation. So maybe there is a sense of needing a new point of view to find a way to cooperate with someone else, to cooperate in a business arena, in a workplace, in family. There needs to be a suspension of judgment and an emotional stress, and look at things with a clear head. With a clear head, yes. Because the Hanged Man, the symbology of it is interesting, because he's hanging upside down, and the idea of that is that the blood is rushing to the head, and when the blood rushes to the head, it's illuminating thinking. It's putting all the energy and oxygen into the brain and into the thinking function, and it kind of works well with the Justice card, where you have to be dispassionate and logical. So looking at something from a new perspective logically, using your mind to discern a new point of view in order to cooperate with someone else, or cooperate in a situation, or create a cooperation between, again, the 3, 2 or more elements. The 3 of Pentacles in this spread relates to Mars and Capricorn, and those 2 energies are about success and perseverance and expansion. So expanding your point of view to create cooperation and create long-lasting progress and success, or for success in the future. Even in a love relationship, I think you need to suspend your emotional faculties or emotional expression in order to be logical about a situation, to look at it from a different perspective in order to find a middle ground with someone, to find cooperation and a way to work together. 3s are disharmony, but you've got 2 3s here. I always look for little signals and signs, and you've got 2 3s here, which indicate 6. Another 6 here. And yeah, so everything's looking towards you finding balance and harmony for the month of August. Really hope that was useful. Hope it didn't bake your noodle too much. There's a profound learning in this situation, which I really wanted to draw out for you. So I hope that made sense. Hope you enjoy the rest of your August, and speak to you soon. Bye.